Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to my good friend Tape Recorder. We're sure to have just a lovely time, free from any stresses or frights that might befall us, as was the case during our last session. Let's dive right back in, shall we? So sorry it's taken me a while to spool myself up to warp speed here this morning. Thank you for your patience. After an intense encounter in the garage, Ethan has found a way to the main hall. But the door outside is locked, with saucy dog heads, if memory serves. Let's go find that last one. That's right, we were just stumbled upon a fancy safe room. Switch back to Pocket Knife, my dear friend Pocket Knife, and we were going to head down the stairs into that basement there. Sounds wise. Sounds like something one should do. Never mind the whole thing. Does anyone want to play Hot Wheels with me? We'll just quit out of this. We'll switch over to Hot Wheels, and then I don't possess that game. I don't know what I'm talking about. I think we read this last time. Yes, we read this last time. Good. Alright, I'm just procrastinating then. We do not have a lock pick to get me into that drawer, so we'll come back. Onward. Into the basement. We'll be kind and shut the cupboards. Really, I'm just looking for any excuse not to go in the basement at this point. Alright, hey basement, I missed you. I'm gonna pretend that I'm brave now. Don't worry, it's all a ruse. Alrighty. As expected. Okay, we'll just avoid all that. And I'll take a quick peek in here. Oh, it's locked from the other side. Every plan I have to save our lives, foiled. That was gonna be it. Stop rummaging around in the vents. I hear you up there. What are you doing? You stop that. Anytime it gets thick, like say right here, or right there, or the far wall, I start to wonder, why is it thick? Is it thick for a reason? It's none of my business, really. There's nothing for it but to put your face right there in front. No, I don't want you. I don't want you here. I don't even know if you can take those guys out with a pocket knife. Probably need to just splash a little of that on things. Oh, that's nice. Alright. Hey. Stop that. I don't know if I'm always supposed to run. I figured I'd try it. I'm dead. I haven't yet figured out the corners of that maze. Retry, yes. I don't just want to run away entirely from our responsibilities. Okay, we're back. So that didn't work. Whatever I just did there. Last time we met one of those, I ran away entirely and he just disappeared. After some time. But this is a rather more close quarters situation with fewer areas to hide. I'm not sure how well that might work. Oh well, let's try it. Gunning him in the face seemed to be rather unproductive, all things considered. And yet, that's really our only option here. Could be that I can, like, enrage him and then slip past. Is that the secret? Are we enraging and slipping past? Close it. Yeah, too bad. Okay, this doesn't look like a good spot for me to stand. You got me. Let's switch to knife. I have ammo worries. Will you stay down? If I give you a tasty treat, will you just stay down forever? I'm beginning to wonder. Oh, yes, finally. After quite some time, I had an achievement even. Things got personal. Yes, they did. Okay, so after a while, you can Boy Scout them, just right to deads. Why are there names on these? No, Travis, no. Laura, no. Oh, Craig. William, please. Sean, fuck off. I mean, sorry, Sean. Tamara. Empty. Strangely empty. So there is still another shadowy beast outside. They seem to be called molded, based on that loading screen we saw there. Loading screen tip. So I'll call them molded. There you go. There's a red handprint on this one. That seems to be signaling something. There's a little red splotch on Travis as well. I'm not sure what they're trying to signal. Who's this? Is this Tamara? Is that why it's out here? And I cannot remember if I had like a flashlight. Did I have a flashlight? What button would that be? I don't want to go around wasting too desperately. I don't think I have one. I think I'm confusing another game. I need to find more herbs. I can, however, craft handgun ammo. That's good to keep in mind. I'm taking up a little room with these shotgun shells, and I'm assuming a shotgun itself would probably take 2 squares. So I'm a little bit light on inventory space. I hope there are upgrades in the offing. We'll see. Lucas, I caught the guy who keeps trying to escape. I've locked him up in the leftmost incinerator, so it's Travis then. So he can't get away. Take him out when he's ready. You know how to open the door, don't you? Just remember, 3 A's and a handprint. Do what you want with his girl. Well, she's free to go then. And I wish her the best. It's up to me. Okay, 3 A's. Is that like everyone whose name has an A in it? Every single person has an A. Tamara has 3. So is that the 3 A's and the handprint? There it is. I don't know if it's safe to reach in there. It seems to be steaming. I care for my skin. Hi! Oh, good. The 1 shot left. That sure was helpful. He's got a big old shoulder plate thing, and I'm frightened of that. I think it's going to impale me. Oh, you're back. Hey, is that Travis? Or nope, here's Travis. Oh no. I am not in a good position for this. Quick health. That is blocked. Good. Oh no. Alright, well this is where we die. Alright, so our friend out there does not go away. He stays in play. How can we take care of the both of them? I'm assuming I also need to kill Travis. That was quite the puzzle, locking us away from his sweet warm bod. So, he must be holding something of import. We do know we can kill the one in the morgue with the pocket knife, over a great deal of time and struggle. There must be a better way to do this. However, I don't know if I have the parts. I'm sure there are plenty of better ways to do things. It's a matter of resources currently. I think these are the only weapons I have at my disposal. I don't have, say, any flammable substances that I could lay on the hallway floor and create some sort of trap. It's so nice to see you guys there. I'm sorry I've been distracted with my own death and survival. Hi! Hello, hello! It is so nice to see you guys. I'm just down here in the basement, getting, well and truly molded. So what I'd love to do is quickly, cleanly, healthily take this one out. And the strategy to do that would be just gonna slash it as... yeah, just gonna slash it as... oh, just barely. Really does help when you block. I need to do that more often. Oh boy, do I need to do that more often. Nasty. Nasty little pie face. Get out of here. Alright, that will just make our escape plan here a little easier, I hope. So there are 2 of them in the morgue, let's call it. I'm going to run back up and save it here. They might respawn, and that would make that a moot point. But oh well. I feel like I've made progress, and therefore race back to the safe haven. That's my motto. I completely forget the sprint button. It does exist. Let's use it. Alright. Moot point. Yes. There we are. Hello, hello. It's so nice to see you guys. You can hear me? I'm so glad. Was there a issue earlier where you could not hear me until just now? Or have you just arrived and can hear me? Either way, welcome. Alright, so that wasn't too bad. As long as you time the blocks, you can potentially take them out with a pocket knife. However, it did cost me, and I only have so many herbs in my pocket, so I don't really want to make a habit of that. But for now, it seems to have made the hallway out here nice and safe. So that we may peek. Alright, never going in there. That's the showers. That's private. Need a shower pass for such a thing. It sounds slippery. What's happening? Was there like an old sock filled with mucus lodged in there? Why did it sound like that? Alright, so now we've made our area bigger, and therefore more dangerous. It was all safe back here when this was locked off. Now it's a huge area of... It looks fragile. Is it also filled with deadly gas? Processing area map, hooray. Let's take a look at that. Incinerator room, boiler room, dissection room, and morgue. Shut it. Paint cans being uppity. Okay. I unlocked it. So is this straight back to the... Yes. That's great. Hey, guess who's such a coward? They're gonna run back up and save it again. You don't need to save it this often. This is too often. You can make a little more progress and then, come back. But I'm frightened, so there we go. That'll help me mentally. I should also go ahead and use another med kit. I don't know if I can afford it. Yes, absolutely. I will return and break the boxes with the knife. I was just making the joke that they're full of poison, so I shouldn't do that. Thank you. Okay. About that headlamp. About that sexy flashlight you promised me. What's this? The Scorpion Key. Dwayne? No, that's the Scorpion King. Sorry. We know of several doors that will accept that Dwayne right into them. Yeah? You done? Rumbling around. Alright, I don't have enough space for a treasure photo. That's a crying shame. Let's see if we can make some. I have both of those things, do I not? Am I just full? I don't know. I shouldn't be full. We can use up this gunpowder. No, that required my one chem fluid. Oh, okay, fine. There. That made a spot. Treasure photo. Looks like a fireplace. Which would not be in this room, as it is not made of white tiles. No problem at all. I appreciate the many, many things I am unaware of. Not in time. Hi. I could have gotten another 2 in there. Oh, easily. That's a good boy. That's a good lad. You just quiet down. Okay. Ooh, there's that herb we need. I'll take it. We don't have any chem fluid for it now, but oh well. Okay, so there's 2 down. He came out of there. Yuck. I'm assuming that does not preclude there from still being 2 in the morgue. And I still can't get in there. We have not yet braved the tubs. Tubbs? Is that you? So, we have 2 areas back there we still need to look at. Let me proceed just a little further through the kitchen. Kitchen? Yeah, sure. I do not have enough space for chem fluid. I really need that storage upgrade. Scorpion key. That's gonna need to stay with me for a couple of doors. I would love to just get rid of one of those. Good, you can discard things. It may be silly to get rid of gunpowder, and therefore future ammo. However, it's about the only thing I could get rid of. Hilariously, if we could just pick up that chem fluid, then we wouldn't have the problem. I don't think there's any way that I can gently set down my knife for just a second. Deeper? No. I'm already in the basement. I've already gone downstairs. I refuse. I refuse to go deeper. It's a clear trap. I could use this lockpick, I guess. That's another easy slot. It may also be that my treasure photo will resolve itself. Or I can go throw that in the storage bin. Just trying to make best use of my resources here, sorry. For the long ramble. This was a long way to go around when there was, you know, an easy shortcut right there. So I cannot get complacent. As far as I know, there's still 2 molded in the morgue. I'll come back for this treasure photo when we have just a second. Oh, won't that be nice? No? No, I won't. There. Scorpion key, I'd better just hang on to. We'll work with that for now. Sure. While I'm young. Alright, let's go grab that chem fluid. We can create either handgun ammo or a med kit. A med bottle. Should probably go for the meds. Just down here. Alright, so, completely pointless waste of your time, but we're trying to make good use. There we go. We still have 2 rooms back that way. I'm going to go for those first before we head deeper. Let's start with the one we're not sure has 2 guys in it. Yeah, that's the one. I'm still a little bit low on health. I don't know what the actual percentages are, but my screen corner is quite bloody. I don't trust you, Tub. I definitely don't trust you now. Jeez. Hey, buddy. It's good to see you there. I guess there's nothing for it. I suppose I could get a Danny Trejo involved here. Just a quick machete? No? Just Boy Scouting. That's fine. Okay. I really need to work on taking a few less hits there. It's gonna come back to bite me. Did you come back to bite me? I'm assuming that's the second one, as his head did explode quite satisfyingly. Shouldn't have given them the opportunity. Yeah, that hurt, didn't it? Hang on your little back. God, you're muscular. Get out of here. Oh, I really should have blocked that one. That was one to block. Alright, there's that waste of meds I was talking about. You have stretchy arms? You got the whole Reed Richards? That's crazy. Alright, we have a little herb. We'll need some more chem fluid. I'm just gonna... yeah, just in case. And we're moving on. Ooh, the boiler room. The boiler, you presume. He only has the one arm. Makes it a little more fair for me. Sure. Thank you. Oh, really needed to block that one. Why are you so healthy? Why are you missing both arms now? Oh, man. It's just not gonna go down. Yikes. What are you even hitting me with? Okay, that's fair, because we used every last one of our medkits. Let's try not to do that this time. I feel like I should be just luring them out of the way and moving past. But again, the close quarters makes it very rough to leave them alive. So, I'm trying to remember what save this was of our many different cowardice saves. I think we got all the way through there and picked that up, didn't we? Maybe not. Yeah, good. Okay. That's the save we're on. We'll make one more med. I can obviously be wasting some pistol ammo for this. But it doesn't really seem to do that much more damage than the knife regardless. So there's gonna be, what, 3 in here? There's 2 regular ones that spawn in this room, and then a one-armed bandit outside. I kind of want to just run straight in there, but then all 3 of them will be with me in the boiler room. Oh, and that's... yeah. So it's 2 on 1. I didn't mean to bother you folks. You enjoy your day. Can they open that? I think they must be smart enough to know how to use door handles. So far, so good. Alright, so we have 2 in there. I don't know if there's anything I can get from the morgue that will help me defeat them. What is mold's greatest weakness? Yes, bleach. Bleach gun. It's all coming together now. More herb. Delicious. So we can go that way. Maybe there'll be less beasties down that way. And we'll make a little more progress. Or we can head into the morgue and see if Travis has, I don't know, like a secret mini flamethrower? What do you got, Travis? Hello? Sounds like they're still in play. Hey, boys. Oh, that was so close to my back. You can practically smell it. Oh, yeah, you could practically smell it. So I can give them a little merry chase in here. That's not a terrible idea, since it all loops back on itself. Just trying to save ammo. And goodbye. As long as they can't jiggle that, we should be good. We just have the one guy to deal with. Probably fine to take him out with the knife. Goodness, I wish there was a little tape recorder tucked in right there. That'd be a little safe nook. Oh, instant death because I didn't heal first. Yeah, I should have seen that coming. So all of that was pointless, but good practice. Let's race back down. Thank you for bearing with my many cowardly stumbles. It will continue to happen. I liked this plan, though. It seems at least intelligent. Again with the banging. Leftmost tub, you and I are not going to be friends. Alright. Race in here. Easy as pudding. Is pudding easy? I don't know if that's a good metaphor. Go ahead and waste one of those. Alright. Maybe it will last longer than one hit this time, particularly if I remember to block. As he seems to get a little scripted advantage there over the usual. I should just fight him in there. This is worse. This is worse for me. Well, go on. Take your shot. I'm not gonna wait around all day. I'm not that sort of girl. How do you have friends? How do you have friends in there? Through what network of tubes are you traveling? This is just... Back in here, then. Back in with your friends. Are those them? Can your friends travel through the tubes with you? Get out here. Stop being such a frighty pants. Come on. Okay, keep being a frighty pants. That's fine. It's really none of my business what you do with your pants. That's me, though. That's my pants. Now you're overstepping your boundaries. Alright, we took one of his hands off. He's not going to be happy about that. I cannot tell if these guys just disappeared or if they transferred through the floor back in there and you cannot lock them behind doors. I would love just to have a quick confirmation. Just a quick confirmation, sir? Oh, that was fun. That was therapeutic. Alright, so I'm back down to terrible levels of health. I've taken one of them out, though I don't know which one. Looks like he's back in position 1. Just lock him behind that door, and... Anybody? Yeah, there you are. Hey. Okay. I heard that breathing down my neck, and I was surprised. Let's get out of this room and never speak of it again. Yeah, no. Really? Okay. The other ways out of this death trap of a room? What a nightmare this boiler room is. Yep, one by one. That's the way God intended. This door seems to confuse them in some fashion, but only every once in a while. Yikes. That was very close to my back. I heard it whizzing right by my back. Stop whizzing! So I don't know if there's a good place to do this. If there's any good place to corner them and kill them, or if it's always just a run on past and let them reform themselves in the tub situation. So what was it I actually needed? Ah! That's so close to the door. What is it I actually need to unlock that? Is it just a lockpick, or is it some sort of specialty key? Yikes. I don't think I'm gonna last much longer this playthrough. So I'm trying to information gather. Doesn't fit this lock. Okay, I need a specialty key then. That's good info. I can't even see what's happening. Finally. Thank you for putting me out of my misery. My blurry-visioned misery. Okay, so, boiler room is a dead end until we know what kind of key that takes. I don't think there was anything in the locker right next to it that would help us. I gotta go back and grab that chem fluid now. And where else could we check? I suppose the one plan I have not tried yet is full auto, all pistol shots all the time. We could go that route, see if that's what they want from us. We can also go further down into the basement still. I think that's open. Maybe there's another weapon down there, and this mad scramble is to teach me. Go the other way. Find a weapon. Maybe it's worse the other way. Alright, I did have to grab this. Yes. Hooray. Let's go ahead and make this. May as well check for weapons. Give us a small break from the heart-pounding molded action. Psychostimulants. That sounds illicit. So I'll need the snake key for this, I assume. Let's go ahead and push the scorpion key right in there, just to try it. No, that's fair. So what do psychostimulants do? Besides hold another slot in my inventory. Temporarily sharpens the senses, making item detection easier. Does that include the secret weapon you've hidden down here? I'd love to be able to see it. Okay, so, great, now we know that's actually a snake door dead end rather than just a untaken path. That makes the morgue and the boiler room our only options. I've had about enough of the boiler room, I mean, to be honest. So let's see if we can make any progress in here. At least there's only 2 of them to kill. There's 2 of them to kill, right? Don't you make a fool out of me. Could be that... Yeah. I was gonna say, it could be that this is the one from outside in the hallway, just teleporting through the tubes. Now! I should just get out of the way of that. Much better to get out of the way if possible. Okay, 1 down. Now we just got Travis. Oh, good old Travis. I don't think there's anything hiding in the dark corners. I'd better read this again. Just in case it's necessary. Alright, so... we'll open tomorrow. We have a fully loaded pistol. I was going to check that. Open, Greg, is it? And dear Travis, I'm just gonna fully open fire once you crawl out of that. I'm warning you now. Ouchies. Okay, that wasn't great. That's fair. Not sure if this is quite the way to do it. Well, at least we're facing our Travis head on. Please reload. I don't think this is the way to face your Travis. Oh, I see the offer there. Would you like a hint? A hint about the molded? Or about a secret weapon? What would this hint be about? That is very kind of you to offer. As it does feel like I'm missing something. A hint about whatever it is I'm missing. Sure. There is a way to get the key and avoid Travis. Yes, please. By all means. I will happily take information pulled from interdimensional sources Ethan is not aware of. Yes. Grab this. And I can grab this down here. Shotgun shells. Lovely. Oh yeah, I don't have a space until I make it. There we go. I really should just save it again. Alright, so there's a key on the bed that Travis pops out with. And you don't actually have to kill him, he's not holding it, you just need to open his bed. Fantastic. I will check for said key and then just get out of there and leave Travis in the morgue, as he is quite healthy. Unnecessarily healthy, and then presuming that is the key for the boiler room? Hooray. Let's avoid all the molded. That being the case, would it be wise of me to kill the first molded and then take care of Travis solo? Probably. Maybe probably. Now that I've finally done my little run and collected my items, I'm going to save it one more time. So I'm going to get rid of that blood in the corner, even though it's wasteful. Alright. So, let's try a little evasive maneuver here. And thank you for the hint, I appreciate it. Into the morgue with us. There's that morgue. Oh, that sweet morgue of ours. this guy pop out. His squishy sounds are hard to tell if they're coming from behind me sometimes. Oh, give me just one moment. Be right back with you. So sorry. I'm all emotional with these tearful frights. Okay. He's chasing us. We want to go around the morgue again. Hoping he won't give up and go back the other way. I should probably leave that door open so that I can escape Travis, but it makes me more vulnerable to our friend. I'll get it in just a second. Tamara, good to see you. Gunpowder, good to see you. Craig. Howdy. Alright, now I'll open this door. Dissection room key. I need a little room for dissection. Oh, where was it? There. Oh, please let me out. Alright, I guess that's gonna be a practice run. Yep, gonna be a practice run. That seemed to go pretty well, though. I might want to lead them a little further away from the door first. But presuming that is indeed, and it seemed to be, I think it was opening, we should be on the right track. Thank you for bearing with me here. Glad we saved it again to save us a couple of those steps. We may be able to just grab the dissection room key and go save it. That might be wise. Alright, let's get our friend out. Hey, friend. I mean, since I'm going to be running from Travis, it seems like a shame. Spend so much time leading this guy around. It's like I wish you could just do 2-on-1 and activate Travis a little quicker. Maybe I can. I like it when the enemies are named. Gives me a sense of superiority. Oh, really, Travis? Alright. Dear Tamara and Craig. You stay out in the hallway where you belong, you sick such and such. Let me through! Let me through, I beg you! I care not for your sick commands. Alright, so we do probably want to go save it. Alright. I want to have this dissection key in hand and be in a completely safe room. That sounds great. Again, I apologize for oversaving. Let's take a quick sip break. Do pardon. Alright. Make a note of the key's location in your inventory. This is very smart. Yes, it's there. I'm gonna put it right here, actually. Yeah. Oh, you can't hold it, but that's fine. And thank you. That was a very helpful tip. Alright, straight to the dissection room. Maybe I can lead them a little cleaner. To Give myself a little more wiggle room. It's like a crying shame having these guys be involved. I'd love to get them out of it and just deal with the two boiler room fiends. Oh, thank you. Don't really want that. Your gesture of affection? No. Oh, not enough space. Thanks, dissection room key. Hi. Hello to you as well. Yep, yeah, push. Go ahead and push. Anytime now. Oh, they dissolved. That makes me very, very happy. I was hoping to close the door also. Could I? No? Just the dissolving is plenty for me. Thank you for your time. Strong chem fluid. Must be the first one of those I found. It does not ring a bell. Is that the... Oh, Deputy. Oh, Deputy, I'm so sorry. And finally, we've arrived at the item we've been looking for the last 2 hours, and no inventory space. No, not a lick of it. Okay, I can now make enhanced handgun ammo. That sounds fun. Also strong first aid meds. I need an herb. There is an herb back there. How do I do this? I could use some psychostimulants. I just need a backpack upgrade desperately. Alright, we're gonna need to make something in order to collect the dog's head. If I could get this herb back here. Why? Why? Okay. I guess I'm gonna have to slip past them every time. I'm just gonna go ahead and use one of these. Yep. I want to get right behind you. Come on. Let me just get right behind you. Wasting so many meds. Okay. Now combine. No? Fine. Make a stronger one. That'll work for now. And Red Dog's head. This is honestly the reason I've always loved the look of the Resident Evil series. I think it looks awesome, and I really want to get involved and play it. I hate inventory management. I'm the worst at it. I want to collect all the things and have all the ammo, and I don't want to give up my shotgun shells, even though I don't have a shotgun yet. And it's like, that's why I haven't played Resident Evil for 25 years, is for exactly this reason. So I'm kind of glad to have visual proof of my incompetence. We'll get better. We'll get better at it.
Father. Now she says he will be her father. No.
I was just gonna, if
I
I
will
could just,
find him, and I will make him suffer.
I could just take that dog's head. You can keep rambling. It's fine.
Well,
Okay, I'll catch up with you then. I really wanted that dog's head. I really did. Well, time to wash my hands. Nope, water's off. Okay. I don't think I can grab anything else from here. Though it is a curious little area. We'll go around. Hey, we needed that. Yeah. I hope, at least, I'm past the majority of the mold section for now. We'll see mold again, I'm sure. Later. No, why? Oh, I just pressed the wrong button. And that was my very last... I guess I still have a strong one, but that was my very last normal quality med. What a shame. Alright. Sometimes things don't go the way you want them to go when you're escaping. And you use more meds than you're supposed to, and then the game is over. Going up. Deputy, it's awfully nice to see you. I'm really sorry. It's come to this. This seems excessive and unnecessary. Are you being turned? Mm-hmm. I bet that's what that is. I hear sounds. Okay, so there is chem fluid there, is that not? There. Okay, one more of those. We have extra meat hooks, if anyone's still hungry. I kinda, I would hate to desecrate the corpse anymore. I mean, goodness me, look how much the corpse has been desecrated, but I don't want you coming back. Can I just poke you a little and prevent that from happening? In what way would you like me to interact with the corpse? What's this gonna turn into? Oh! I'm assuming, I'm trying to think ahead, that that's used for when someone's chasing you and you can run to the other side of it and ha-ha! Knock them with the body. But it just seems very disrespectful. There it is. Okay. Yeah, and then the little combat arena where you're gonna skewer me like a sick little duckling. I don't wanna go down there. I don't wanna grab the dog's head. I don't wanna be the duckling. Gunpowder. And fresh heads. Okay, well, with my two health potions and no save whatsoever to speak of, let's get pushed into the combat arena. Hello, Daddy. There was a perfectly good hanging corpse right there, and you kicked me? That's my face again. Why would you do that to my face? Alright. Let's test out this theory. The most effective thing in the world. Yikes. Alright, chainsaw. That sounds fun.
I like you.
And I'm dead. Yikes. So let's see where it put me. Probably a whole compound of molded away. Where is this? That's very nice. I would have expected them to put me all the way back at the safe room. This is generous of them. However, it does seem to be right after I used my med. Or is it? Maybe not. Maybe they took even more pity on me. Alright. I won't waste your time. Let's get right back into it here. Grab these items. Maybe not. How did I do that last time? It was only 17 seconds ago, and yet I have no memory of it. Oh well. We'll leave some strong chem fluid for now. Weak, normal chem fluid, I mean. Quick check down here. I think that was all. Alright. Make sure that's fully loaded. I don't have any space to grab that chainsaw. So maybe this is the point where I have to, by law, return to put all these unnecessary shotgun shells into my storage. Because I don't know how we're going to grab that chainsaw. And it seems like we're going to need that at some point. But I don't know. They do let you jump into the arena with a full inventory. Just like a fool would. So it's really their fault. It's not my fault for being unprepared. No, there is no excuse. Let's see if I could even run all the way back at this point. I'll create a little space. If somebody with knowledge of such things wouldn't mind telling me if there's something I should be hanging on to, particularly the scorpion key, or is that safe to go ahead and pick up later? Assuming we could grab it any time. Try to be smart about this, because oh boy do I want to use that chainsaw. I didn't grow up watching everything Bruce Campbell was in for nothing. But if you don't want to be part of the family, it's too late. You have been welcomed. You are part of the family. Alright, you can drop off the scorpion key. You won't need it until after combat. Great. Will do. I don't think I'll need shotgun shells. I have 2 stacks of handgun. I'll just keep them. Lockpick. I'll grab it later. And then anything I can actually create now. I don't think so. Grab the chem fluids I've been missing. So I'm just gonna take everything craftable out for right now. However, there will be more craftables. Don't need the coins till I'm outside. Cool. I might need craftables mid-combat. Let me hang on to that. Okay, I'm gonna hope 5 slots is enough for a chainsaw. And save it. Why not? Thank you very much. Let's go try to spank our daddy. So I can hit him with the body bags. After I do so, is it a better use of my time to be trying to get a good shot in, like a headshot, or should I just keep Boy Scouting him to deads as an ammo-saving ploy? Gentlemen, I'm very tired of this. No! I was supposed to make a clean getaway. You read the script just like I did. How dare you go against it? Alright, now we're quite wounded again. Oh, quite wounded. Yikes. Okay, heading back in. Thanks. So sorry to be second-guessing every ounce of this. Wait. I hope nobody grabs me with... Oh! So it does look like there's, what, two chainsaws back there? One of them's weird. And one of them's not straight from the bowels of hell. Yes, Father. Forgive me? For I have sinned? You know this. You know this better than anyone. completely missed. Fair enough. You don't strafe as well as you might think you would in this game. Ethan, could I ask you about strafing? And if you could perhaps practice some more for me. Ouch. That was my head. You didn't have to put your butt on it. Ably dodged, sir. That's kudos from me. Really not worth getting that second one in. Fair enough. Ow. He's charged. So I imagine this could go on for a while. No strafe, but you can quick turn around. That would be nice. I know I accidentally pressed that at some point. I forget which button it is. Oh, that didn't work at all. Okay, he broke his little shovel. Now he's going for one of the sexier chainsaws. Sure.
That's not groovy.
Groovy. I thought I was the only one in here allowed to make Bruce Campbell references. All right. I don't know how best to utilize this against his rather special chainsaw. I guess it's still a matter of creating an opening. Alright. That was one opening. Let me create another for you. He doesn't look so good. I have killed him 3-4 times now. But golly, he doesn't look so good. Really? Oh, I would love for you to stay down.
You go get it.
Yikes. Daddy, we can talk about this. That was real close. Okay, okay. Come on now. Give me that herb while you're at it. Oh no, turn on the engine. Yes, please. He broke the pillar. He's landing on the pillar star. Proceeding on to the red room. You know, it is kind of fun. I have to admit, I am having a time. Should have blocked.
Use your head.
Okay. Back off. I need to get behind him. He keeps blocking me. Bad, bad. I don't think yay! There was one first aid man in the corner. Thank goodness. Okay. Oh, that should have given you a little knock on the noggin. I can't get around him. Come on. I've accidentally cut down that last body. Or second to last. Let me get past you. No more bodies. How do I distract him without that? Ow, jeez. That seemed very, very close. Darn. Okay. Maybe I just need to be quicker and get him dead before we run out of corpses. This is very interesting. I've never chainsaw sword fighted with a man before. I'm having quite a time. Let's hope we don't do as poorly. Or let's hope we do as well up until the point where I did poorly. Is the way of phrasing it. Ain't I just? No, but ain't I? What if we just carousel around slowly? Like two friends, gently carouseling around slowly with one another. Are you okay with that? He seems to be fine. Until I taunted him, and then he was upset. No, sir, you stay at your court-ordered distance. Until the expiration. The court ordered this distance for a reason, sir. I could practically feel that in my own neck. Sometimes he gets a real lucky streak in. Go get your chainsaw. Come on. Go get your saw. Oh, really? You're not ready for it yet? I'm ready for it. No, that wasn't an invitation.
Time to grow a pair, Ethan.
Of chainsaws, you mean? I agree. Let's grow a pair. Let me slash at your chest. Show you how it feels. Bet you didn't appreciate that. Alright, you give me this immediately. Yeah, I'm just gonna reach right on around you. Thank you. Oh, he also had it pretty quick. Okay, so I don't... Yikes. I don't want him to cut these down if at all possible. Also don't want to die. Good, good. It's weird when the part where you're actively sawing the man's face in half is like the restful part. The nice little break.
You go get it now.
All right. That would have been nice. Let's grab this health. That also would have been nice. Come on now. Give me that back. Give me that saucy back. Come on now. Get out of there. I don't have any more first aid. What a shame. I don't know where he is. Okay. Yikes. like I'm very, very close, but I just can't get that last good hit in on him. And I don't even know if I'm very close at all. That could be wishful thinking. He is not an easy man to kill, as we've proven up and down the hallway. Rural estate. Lo these many hours. Hi. Hi, Jack. Yeah, it's nice to see you. I'm back. Thank you guys for bearing with me. Aw, I didn't know you did Tybo. I'm just gonna win him over to my side by mistreating the corpses. I guess that's part of what he does here. Man, those are hard to dodge. I'm not even gonna look behind me. I don't care. I don't care what you're doing back there, Jack.
Sorry, boy. You all right?
I'm also very sorry for these lurching camera angles in the heat of the moment. Go on. Go on and grow a pair. Ah, of chainsaws. Not this. He seems upset. Is there something I can do to calm you down? Nope, nothing. Fair enough. Oh, he's right behind me. He's just kissing my shoulder blades there. Please stop. Please stop kissing my blades. Yeah, that's not effective. You should go ahead and get rid of it and grab a chainsaw instead. Huh? How about it, buddy? How about it? No? Still not? The problem is just surviving this whole part with any health potions remaining. Alright, here he goes. Let's go ahead and grab this, and then immediately run away from him. Grab this. Give us a best chance. Just around the chainsaw, if you please. That should have hit him. Oh man, I was hoping that would be enough. That should have gotten his first head slice animation in. Give me that head slice animation, sir. There it is. I'm guessing we need 3 of those total. We've gotten up to 2. We've never quite gotten the 3rd. Really a shame that that breaks down in the middle of it. Oh, I'm a little worried, sure. I can cop to that. Just get it around his silly chainsaw. Come on, sir. No! And I exposed my back to him. Alright, that's my last health again. This is really not a great situation. Like, if I just had one more health potion, this might be easier. slash possible. Come on. Take a corpse in the face. See how it feels. Thanks. I really don't know if I'm going to be able to beat him at this point. I'm sure we're very close, and I just need to not be discouraged. But leading you all down this primrose path of promises that I would beat him, and then doing so poorly so far, it's beginning to weigh on me. This is not an easy time. Alright, one more try. We're back. There's that bot again. I don't know if this makes him grab the chainsaw any faster, but I would love for it to be a little faster. The other slightly infuriating part about this fight is it doesn't even begin until you dance around losing your health for 5 minutes. Seems a little unfair. I guess that's all the point of survival horror. Go get a chainsaw. Go on. Go get one. I'm literally daring you to do it.
You got yourself a boo-boo!
Stop. I beg of you, stop. You have to have had enough. It's chainsaw time.
You alright? That's the ticket.
Really? That should have stunned him, in my opinion. But all it did was vaguely interrupt his animation. And he's blocked. Good work. All right. Thanks for that. There is an herb in the yellow crate, but I don't have the can fluid to make use of it, so I've just been avoiding it. That would have been nice. I haven't even gotten the first animation on him this time. It's not going well. I'm defending myself a little better, but I'm not doing as much damage. The damage is really what's necessary.
Action!
Every time I hit him with it, just puts him in the perfect position to block me magically. Come on, don't you die on me, Chainsaw. And hit him with the bag. And hit him with the bag. Come on. Work once. Broken the pillar. Stay down. Stay down, my friend. I'm begging you. Please stay down.
That's it!
Come on. A little bit more. Please go down. Please. There's only so many more blocks I can handle. There. That looks promising. Oh, that looks very promising. Yikes. No. I refuse. Oh, jeez. Ah. Oh. Okay, let's keep an eye on those legs.
Do me a favor and stay dead.
Just, yeah. That was a nightmare. Little nightmare. I don't have adequate ear protection for this. There, finally. I was hoping to use that on some other molded, but okay. We'll look for a second chainsaw. Interesting. I don't know what kind of horse that used to be, but thank you guys for your patience. Blocking the chainsaw attacks, though that didn't seem very logical, is absolutely the key to all victory there. Without blocking every single one of those, I would be dead. Or most of them. I can't claim to have blocked every single one. Where in the hell is the red dog head? Did I just keep it in my pocket? And we'll have it forthwith. Yes, it's in my pocket. Good. I think we already went down here before it saved it, but I can't be sure. We got gunpowder? Fantastic. Okay, we'll be back for you, Snake Door. I now assume we have to head back to the main hall and make use of this head. No way through there. Just checking. Hello, a first-time chat there. Welcome, welcome. So nice to see you. Alright, so, can I make any Health potions. I need an herb. Oh, I have an herb. Good. Let's go ahead and make that. Just in case. Give us the best chance of surviving the molded boiler room one more time here. Yikes. That, was a rough boss battle. There's the boiler room. Ah. Nothing for it? Okay. Okay. I wonder if he has some control over the molded, as I have not heard them spring to life. Which might give me a chance to actually look around here for items, for once. Though hopefully in our frantic multiple runs, we finally grabbed them all. I'm looking forward to, never seeing this boiler room again. Alright, so, it was a snake door down that way, too. It might, in fact, be the same snake door, like it might loop back around. Ah, so nice to see you there. Glad you caught a bit of it, and enjoy the music. The playing of music. It was so lovely to have you here. Okay, so someone was screaming out there. I'm just going to save it real quick before we deal with the screaming. Ah, thank you guys for helping me through that. That was a long, stressful section. It's Grandma. Grandma's screaming. Hello. Would you like me to perhaps wheel you somewhere better lit, where you can be more comfortable? I don't mean to impose. You hang out wherever you want. It's your house. But if I can help, you know where to find me. So we have the dog head. Just giving a quick look in here for anything we might need to return. That makes us almost completely full again. Sure, why not? I know that treasure photo was something about a fireplace. I'll try to find the fireplace first, and then we'll come back for it. Just so that we're nice and well stocked, let's grab all of our goodies and head back to the front door. I'm assuming since we just did a boss battle, there's not going to be another boss battle at the door in order to get out. But maybe that's just naive of me. Aha, we can now use the scorpion key. Alright, Grandma. Alright, Grandma. So, I don't quite know how this works yet. It would be very, very nice to have a shotgun going forward. I'm assuming... Aha, here's another thing I saw in the achievements, too. I don't mean to interrupt myself. It says, shoot me on that guy, specifically so that you should, shoot it. Because these are destructible collectibles. I kept trying to pick them up earlier, thinking, oh, of course these are collectibles, but why can't I pick it up yet? It's because you're supposed to shoot it, as the sign says. It took me way too long. So I would love to have this shotgun before we go. I know we saw a shotgun behind the glass up in, like, Grandma's room there. I don't know if they're trying to remind me, with little peeks at Grandma, of the grandmother's shotgun, which might be, like, a replacement for this one that would allow you to take it out of the room, is what I'm thinking. But I'm not entirely sure how it works. It may be that they're both equally good shotguns and we can just go get Grandma's. So, barring that, we should be ready to leave the main house. That will put us in the outside, where last we peeked out the window, Marguerite was patrolling the outside areas. So that seems to be her environment. And I don't know what her powers are yet. We've dealt with Jack and his ability to Wolverine himself back to life from just about any injury. Marguerite, what do you do? How has the outbreak affected your genetic makeup? Oh, that's exposed. Oh, that's deeply exposed. Sure. No, fair enough. I'll just go out into the air, the fresh air then. The fresh, swampy... Smells good. Alright, what do we got here? Yummy, yummy. Hopefully it'll finally, now that I'm out of that boss arena, I'll finally be able to restock myself. I dearly hope, or else I'm not going to last much longer. Are you just like that little baseball boy, man? No. Fair enough. So that looks like an obvious... Hey, welcome to your next level. And this also looks like maybe a safe area? Is that what they want me to think? Do they want me to believe it's a safe area? Peekaboo. Marguerite. Oh, I apologize. I thought those were grenades. I didn't mean to overstep my bounds. I literally thought they were grenades for a second. I was like, ooh! Aw, man, it's a bra! Disappointment. A broken handgun. Why would I need a broken one? Wouldn't that just hold up? Ah, it could be repaired with a repair kit. Fair enough. And I don't know what model it is, so like maybe it's better than a G17 once repaired. Cool. I will keep it in here until I get a repair kit. I'm assuming I can keep those in there too. I'll just take craftable items. I do want to keep the skeleton. Or scorpion key, rather. Keep Dwayne nice and close to me. So, this is probably about the best time to save it and take a little break from the stressful Jack fighting. I need to go find something to eat. But hopefully we're past what will be my worst boss performance. I say that now. We'll see. There's plenty more bosses to go. And we'll be back in the outside for our next session. I'm just too curious. I want something to happen. What does that say? Steroids increases max health indefinitely. Ooh, yes please. A stabilizer. Reloading speed increase or something, presumably. There's a lot of bleach in here. I wasn't expecting that, but at least it's a clean environment. My body's feeling weirder and weirder. I'm sure you noticed that. Soon I'll become like Mom and Dad. It's all her fault. Should I run? No, I can't. I'm dead if she finds out. That woman she was with, Mia, she knows something. If I had the serum, I could cure myself. I have to find out more. I'm assuming this might be like Zoe's port of call, who's been sending us telephone messages. I was expecting to find her in here, if so. But I'm assuming that's Zoe writing the messages. Nice family. It's too late for them to be a nice family? Thank you. So this has... the cages all have numbers on them, like 3, 5, 9. Is that... I don't know what that is. A magnum. It sounds powerful. Alright, so we have a tape player. I don't think we found any new tapes yet, so we must be en route to one. The only thing I can think these would be for is... for the coins we're collecting? Can I put numbers of coins? No. That's not what it's for. I just thought those might be like receptacles for a second, but that's probably silly. Alright, I'll put the coins back. Maybe it's just not prepared yet. I need an explanation from Zoe before I go rattling her cage. Fair enough. Speak of the devil. Hi, I fondled your grenades.
You're the first I've ever seen
Yes.
make it this far.
So what is it you need me to do?
Doesn't
gonna help me get
make
out
me
of
feel
here?
better.
Yes. Now listen carefully, Ethan. My family and our bodies are contaminated. I can't leave the property unless I get it out. And the same goes for Mia.
Is there a way to get it out?
We need the serum. It should clear whatever this stuff is out of the body. As long as you're not too far gone.
All right. So where is it?
If I knew where one was, I'd already be long gone. But I have a feeling my mother has hidden some inside the old house somewhere.
So if we get this thing,
There's two
you can help
houses.
me and we can get out of here.
There's an old house?
And so can I. The old house is near the water. You can't miss it.
I thought that was the old house. That one
I just
looked
hope you can handle my mother.
Your
in
mother?
Be
disrepair.
careful. They'll be looking for you.
Alright, thanks for being as vague as possible, Zoe. I appreciate speaking with you. So I'm looking for the old house. That is the new house, presumably. And that still looks like the new house. Not sure. What's this? Looks like either explosive or from my fingertips. There's a blue and a red. Are those key card readers or just buttons? All right. And back here. It's locked. Okay. I would love to know which direction we're heading next. Obviously need an item there. So I guess it's this way. This is the direction we're heading next. Yikes. Well, that ought to be fun. I still don't know where Marguerite is with her lantern and her cute little songs, just humming and performing improv out here. I'm sure we'll find her. Oh yeah, we'll find her. However, I'd better not take the risk of running myself into a save point island there. I will stem my curiosity, and we will head off into the woods next time. Thank you guys for bearing with me. Glad we got at least one major boss battle down. I'm sure we'll see Jack again. We blended him into a goop with our ninja, and yet I'm sure we'll see Jack again. Nope, that's not the save thing. I'm just pushing random buttons. There we go. Proper save. I will see you guys out here in the unlit, forested pathway next time. Thank you very, very much for hanging out with me, and I will be frightened to death with you very soon. Much love.